Hello and welcome to USA Podcast. I'm David, your host, and that was my artist, Arthur Dunn. Arthur Dunn, you can only hear his music on this channel, and I want everybody to make sure y'all keep supporting Arthur Dunn. He's blowing up. He is one of the best positive rappers in Fort Worth, so I want everybody to go Google him and watch his videos, and make sure you keep supporting him because Arthur Dunn is the next greatest rapper coming out of Fort Worth, Texas. And he is very, very positive, have very inspirational messages, and he empowers our people to do better. So make sure you go listen to his music. And shout out to his manager, Clint. Thank you, Clint, for keeping your son pumping such positive music for the community. We really appreciate it. Today, I want to talk to you about the 7 women to avoid. Men, I want to talk to you and let you know that there are some women out there that you would be better off not bothering with them, just letting them go about their business. You know, it seems like we always want what we shouldn't have. So I'm going to give you a list of different qualities that you got to watch for in a woman. And if she exhibits these traits, then run, stay away from her. The number one woman to avoid is the woman who talks too much. The woman that has a big mouth, who don't let a person get a word in. She knows everything. She talks about all of the things that she has. You know, it's nothing that she can't talk about. She's not a good listener. So when you find a woman that talks a lot, then you're gonna have a problem because she don't listen. It has to be 50-50 when you're in a relationship, and communication is the key. So if you have one person who do the most communicating, then there's a problem that's gonna be down the line. So that's one of the women. And another thing, that a woman that talks too much, she's gonna always be in people's business. She's nosy. She can't mind her own business. And she's gonna keep controversy going because she's gonna always be messy. So a woman that talks too much is a woman that's gonna be messy. And you steer clear of those type of women because once y'all break up, you're gonna be the one she's talking about. And it's not gonna be good. The second woman to avoid is a woman that is materialistic. A woman that always wants something. She wants better. She wants the best car. She have to have the best furniture. She have to have the best clothes. She always talking about the things that she want. And that's how she validates her life, about her possessions and things that she get of value. You know, people that want material things, then they forget about the things that really mean something to people. So when you see a person that's always concerned about how good they look and the clothes that they wear, the cars that they drive, if you hear that type of conversation coming out of a woman's mouth, that's another woman to avoid, because pretty soon she's going to be asking you to support all of those habits, all of those materialistic habits she's going to want you to do. She's going to want you to pay for her nails, toes done. She's going to want you to buy these expensive things that she wants. She's gonna always mention these purses, a Coach purse, and whatever these expensive purses is you women want. You're gonna hear that coming out of her mouth. You're gonna hear her mention designer things. You know, not just regular stuff. She's gonna tell you about the stuff that costs a lot of money, and gonna play like that's all she wears is the name brand stuff. So that type of woman that's materialistic, stay away from her because she's gonna break you. And another thing, number 3, and this is really important, stay away from a woman who wears granny panties. A woman that does not wear thongs or bikinis, stay away from. That type of woman is old school. She's stuck in her ways, and she's not as open-minded as you would like for a woman. You know, wearing granny panties meaning that she's not comfortable with her body. She don't feel sexy. Most women love to wear as less as possible, especially when it comes to lingerie. They want to show you that inner thigh. They want to show you that butt. They want to impress you with their sexy body because they know men looks at their body and they take care of it and they like to dress sexy. See, that's something that men like. We love a woman that dress sexy, that keeps herself up. Women who wear granny panties, they just don't let themselves go. They have resigned to the fact that they're not sexy anymore, and looks and that type of stuff is not important anymore. They change their outlook. Whereas a man continues to look at a woman for sexiness, no matter what, whether you dressing sexy, you acting sexy, and especially when it come time for us to be intimate, when we watching you undress, we don't want to see you come out with those granny panties on. You know, we want to see you come out showing us that body, showing us that you love your body, that you don't have no problem with it, and that you feel you sexy. You got to exude sexiness. And by not dressing sexy for your man, that lets your man know a lot about you. So that is one of the red flags. If you catch a woman who's not wearing thongs or don't wear bikinis, stay away from her. The next woman that you stay away from is a woman that don't get her hair, nails, or toes done. You know, there's a lot of women out there that they'll just wake up and they'll put a hat on and they just gone about their business. Never know who they might meet while they're out there. And they don't consider their boyfriend or their husband when they leaving the house looking any kind of way, looking like a hot mess. But they don't care because they feel that they already have you. So they go out like that and don't worry about how other people are looking at them or perceive them. Well, that's okay if you have a man and you are married, because at that point, he accepts you for you, even though you're opening the door for him to cheat on you by not keeping your hair done, your nails done, and your toes done. This is an alert, women. Men look at beautiful toes. We look at your nails being done. We look at how your hair is done. All of those things that women take pride in doing, men notice it, and we love it. We love beautiful toes. Oh my goodness, I cannot tell you what pretty toes does to a man. And those beautiful hands that manicure, that have nails, that whether they're your nails or you've had them put on, enhance your beauty with your hands, because that is one of the things that men look at. We look at hands, toes, we look at beautiful eyes, and we make sure that you keeping your hair done. That tells us a lot about the woman. That let us know that the woman will spend money on keeping herself looking beautiful for a man. And that is a good thing. So if you find a woman that just walks around, don't get her hair done, nails done, toes done, and just assume that she has natural beauty, stay away from her. That is a red flag. The next woman to stay away from is the woman who don't work. And that's obvious. A woman that don't work is gonna beg off of you. She's gonna count your money. She's gonna always have uses for your money. She's of no value to you other than in the bedroom. And then even there, you have to pay for her upkeep. If she don't have a job, you gotta pay for her nails being done. You have to pay for her toes being done. See, men don't mind doing that to a woman that can do that for herself. And we don't mind doing that to a woman that caters to her man. And that's the key. See, before you meet a woman, you don't know whether she's gonna cater to you or not. So when you look at her, you visually inspecting her. You're looking at her hair, her eyes, her nose. You're looking at how she's dressed. You're looking at how she smells. You're looking at those hands. And if it's summertime, we're looking down at them feet, because beautiful toes are hypnotic. So if a woman don't work, she cannot keep up with doing all of these things. She is going to be dependent on that man to pay for her to do these. And most likely, if she don't work, these are not things that she find important. She's not going to worry about keeping her hair and nails done, her toes done, because she don't have a job. She is just going to be existing to exist and hoping she find a man that accepts her for how she is. Even though that is a recipe for whoever you get with to cheat on you, because you're low value, you are not working, you don't have good self-esteem if you're not working. Now remember, all people that don't work does not have low self-esteem. I'm talking about the ones who don't work, who don't have anything, who are looking to be dependent on a man. Those are the women you avoid. And there's easy questions that you could ask in the conversation when you're just meeting a person to find out whether they are working or a potential partner for you. Number 6, you always want to get a woman that has kids. I know that might sound strange, but I'm going to tell you why. A woman that has kids, she knows a little bit about responsibility. She knows about caring. She knows about love. She knows about affection. All of those things that you need for a woman to understand. A woman with no kids, she's all about herself. She'll be that woman that's materialistic. She'll be the woman that has no caring. She don't understand the family dynamic and how that plays into relationships. She would try to put herself before your kids, your family, because she don't understand that dynamic because she don't have kids. Motherhood is something that all women should get into. They should all have kids. Women that are able to have kids should have kids because that teaches them a lot about life. And it also teaches them how to be a good woman to a man. That brings you closer, the bond, because you're able to bond with the things that the kids are doing. You are never out of things to talk about. So a woman with no kids, she's going to want to be the center of attention. She's going to want to be spoiled. It's going to be a big problem because she's going to want all of your attention to her, and you won't be able to go hang out with your friends or your family, which is more important. Because if you have kids and she don't have kids, she's not going to understand when you have to go visit your kids or be with your kids, or even how to deal with your baby's mama. She won't even understand that because she don't have kids. And that put her at a disadvantage, and she's going to be causing you problems throughout the relationship. And the last woman to avoid is the independent woman. And the independent woman make up basically those first 6 qualities. She is a woman that talks too much. She's a woman that's materialistic. She is a woman, she works, but she's going to hold that over your head because if she have a better job than you will know about it. She's going to talk about the things that she can get for herself. She's going to always talk about how she really don't need a man and to try to make you feel useless because you are not the provider because she has her own money. She's independent. See, women need to depend on a man. And those women that actually depend on men are the ones that thrive and have great relationships. Society has made women think that they are just as good as a man, equal to, can do the same job, can do everything a man can do, which is not true. But we have women buying into that, and that is why we have a explosion of single women out there, and that they don't know how to get a man right now because they have become independent. They have watched TV. They thinking that being self-sufficient, self-reliant is the way to go, and they have no idea that that equals to loneliness. Without a man, you're going to be lonely. And that is what happened to the independent woman, the woman with the good job. She don't know how to be humble to a man. She do not know how to be submissive. She has become a dominant woman. You hear the term alpha woman. I've never heard that until it was on TV. And it's ridiculous. An alpha woman. It boggles the mind that women have left their true nature to become like a man. And those are the independent women. You have a lot of independent women that are gay because they don't have a man. They don't know how to get a man because of their attitude. The other half of them are in interracial relationships with someone that they feel that are on their financial level. But there's no happiness in that. Those are relationships of convenience. So the independent woman is someone you avoid at all costs. because that woman will do nothing but put you down while she raises herself up. If you don't have a better job than her, you're in trouble. You're going to have to listen to her talk about all of her accomplishments, the things that she do, and she's going to try her best to make you feel inferior so you will be dependent on her. So those are the 7 types of women to avoid. Make sure you do that and you will find that right woman, because the woman out there for you is a humble woman, a woman that listens to her man, a woman that don't talk too much, a woman that knows her beauty, that know how to keep her man interested, and knows how to keep herself looking exquisite. She's a woman that has a daughter. She's a woman that maybe have a son. She could have multiple kids. But she's going to be the one that has that understanding and that open-mindedness enough to make your relationship great. So everybody, remember those 7 traits to watch for in a woman, and avoid those women at all costs, and you should have a happy life. This is David from USA Podcast. Thank you for joining me. And make sure everybody out there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you very much.